Worth now from high tech to a little bit of history. If you're anything like me, mention of the game cribbage and thoughts of a ball with tiny little holes and matches and a pack of cards spring to mind, but I'm afraid not much else in my case.
But
anyway.
for fans, it is much more than that. And this weekend, the first ever International Cribbage Day will be celebrated in Norwich, the city where it was invented.
Well, Natalie Gray is at the Walnut Tree Shades pub, one of 20 venues across the city where they actually play cribbage at the moment, the game that was invented in the 17th century by Sir John Suckling. Nat. And who knew, Nat, that it was so popular?
Who knew, indeed. Now, I used to play the game a lot and I used to find it really a lot of fun, but I've forgotten all the rules now. But here we are. The point of the game is to be the winner to get 121 points, and how you do that is to go twice the way around the cribbage board, which is basically just a scoring board. But the reason why we're here is because the man credited with inventing this great game is Sir John Suckling, who was a poet and soldier to King Charles I, so a cavalier. His family were wealthy royalist landowners and had Suckling House in Norwich, which is where Cinema City is today. And there's even a figure of him in nearby St Andrew's Church kneeling on his mother and father's towering marble tomb. Now, Sir John was quite a character. He was a womaniser and gambler who died aged 32 in France. Some say he was penniless after being robbed by a servant. Now, Siv Sears, who is a teacher, had the idea of having an International Cribbage Day. Why, Siv?
Reconnect people with the game, young and old, youngsters like my crib kids at Langley School and people who've forgotten the game that used to play years ago like yourself. Also, of course, because of Sir John's connection to Norwich, he travelled up and down the country playing the nobility and taking their money, some say with marked decks of cards.
Ah, he was a cheater. Now, help us with some everyday phrases that have come from the cribbage game, like level pegging.
It's when the two players have the same score.
Streets ahead.
Where you're so far ahead of your opponent that you're literally a street ahead of their play.
And these are the streets, the dots there. Left in the lurch.
Is when you win a game by such a large margin, your opponent is left in the lurch.
And Dave Hardy, one of our viewers, wants to know about one for his knob.
Aha, it's nothing rude, it's nobility, and it's when you have the jack of the same suit as the turn card.
Brilliant. Now, the Anchor and Wenstham Cribbage Leagues have operated in Norwich for over 50 years. 25 years ago, 320 people played twice a week, but it's becoming popular again, so let's find out why. Now, Zach, you're only 17, the youngest in the league. Why do you play?
I play because, unlike most mindless games nowadays, you actually need intellect to play this game, well, properly.
Marvellous. Angel, why do you play?
Socialisation, and I like to keep mentally stimulated.
Marvellous, don't we all? Karen, over to you. Why do you play? A lady.
It gets me out of the house in the evenings and meet lots of new people, and there's more women playing now, so I really enjoy it.
Marvellous. Now, just time to tell you that on Saturday there will be drop-in cribbage sessions at the Forum in Norwich between 11 and 2, where you can learn to play the game. Do go along because it is a great game. And also, if you want to find more about those statues that we saw of Sir John Suckling, there's a talk at St Andrew's Church from 2:30. And the message from here is simply put your smartphones away, get out the house, find yourself a crib league and play, because it's great fun, isn't it, guys?
Yeah, come and play.
Brilliant game.
Nat and everyone,
Right.
Nat and everyone, thank you very
Remind
much
me how to play.
indeed. Let you get back to your game. I never had realised there were so many phrases that
I was
came
going
from
to
the
say some
game
very
of cribbage, especially
interesting phrases.
that one. I don't know how she managed to keep a straight face, but anyway,
She
interesting.
did well. She did well.
Did.
Weather time now. And Chris, for the you don't play cribbage, do you? I did ask
I've
you.
literally just learned what it is. So.